Right. I think we're live. We should be live on both YouTube and Facebook. So hello, and it's April, and we have made it through the winter finally. It's absolutely gorgeous out. The trees have exploded in 3 days. The lilac bushes have leaves. This is just absolutely fabulous. I'm so excited. Now, if you're looking, if you're here, I want you to please say something in the chat so that I know that you're here. There, Tammy, boom. Thank you, Tammy. Good, everybody is here. If you hear any odd thumps in the background, believe it or not, we have wood siding and we have woodpeckers that try to dig for insects. So we have strung old CDs so it catches the light, but occasionally they will thump against the side of the house. So that's what that is. All right, so let's go through the rules now. Hopefully, I'm not sure why they are not, but I'm trying to see if we have the little signs at the bottom that we should have. So because I did captions, yes. Let's do that. Let's do that. And let's do that. Okay. So, all right, I'll put that later. But notice that at the bottom are the rules. Remember I used to hold up the little sign? Well, I'm going to do that right now, but they are right there for everybody to see over and over again, except it's backwards because I used mirror today. Okay, so here's the deal. Look at the bottom. I love doing these free readings for you, but the rules are, especially since I no longer have cat. I'm doing this on my little onesies. Your name, your birth date, where you are from, and a specific question. That enables me to get things done really, really fast for you. Okay. Hi, Elspeth. Love the new platform. Yes. Yeah. Restream is really making a difference. I think that it doesn't blip the way the old Facebook thing did. It's really wonderful, and it should make this really, really easy for us. So things that are happening, just to let you know, if you want more of this, you're just kind of hanging out today. Right after this, at 5 o'clock my time, 2 o'clock Pacific, I will be on with my dear friend Michael Arrington, the best Paul Lynde impersonator in the world, also the great drag queen Esther Goldberg. And she and I are going to be doing not only readings, but just talking and all kinds of crazy stuff. And she's always hilarious. She, depending whether I'm talking to Michael or Ethel today. So if you are just new here, you're just thinking about things, or maybe you have a general question about how psychic stuff works, hit me up 5 to 7 p.m. over on Michael's channel on YouTube. All right. So here you go. All right. Mary, Pam, that's you missed. Remember, your name, your birth date, where you are from, and a specific question. You don't have a specific question, I can't get into you really fast and keep things going. For instance, take a look at Hannah Joy. Hannah Joy, her birth date, Belgrade, wants a message from her guides. Now remember, messages from guides are slower than pulling cards, so it'll take me a minute or so, and we may not get as many readings done in an hour, but I'll do my best. All right. Hannah, the message for you, there is a songbird. And the songbird, it looks like it's flying over mountains, but way below is a cage. It's not that it just opened the door, it smashed it. It's as if someone, to help the bird escape, took the cage and smashed it on the ground and broke it open. So what that is telling me is it's time for you to smash whatever cage you've got that's holding you back, whether it's fear, whether it's will somebody else approve, whether it's I've never done it before, so I don't know how. Those are all cages that you're in. It is time to smash them and to say to yourself, I will do what I want, what my heart sings with. Okay? That's your message from your guide. Pam Stewart card, please. No, Pam, that is not how we do it. Okay? Specific questions. What are specific questions? About romance, about career, about finances, about the next 3 months. But just to say a card, please, means you're just here to grab something off the smorgasbord, but you are not invested. So you work with me, you get the free reading from me. Okay. Kathleen J., where will my love life be in the next year? Okay. Kathleen, we're going to look for 1/11/20. All right, we're going to be looking for Prince's Knights for you. They are 25 to 40. May, June. Somebody in June. Okay. This is the Prince of Pentacles card. All right, let me see if I can go into my settings and change this from mirror so that, boom, now all the cards are going to be normal and you can see them all. Okay. Prince of Pentacles is someone who is intensely practical, monogamous, straight arrow, honest, the kind of guy that maybe is a little boring when you're younger, but as you get older, you realize this is the guy that has your back and is here for the long term. So within the next couple of months, you are going to get someone that has real serious potential. Okay, Lori Armstrong. A bluebird has been visiting for me for 3 years now. It goes from window to window, peering inside. Does he have a message for me? Well, remember, what are bluebirds supposed to be? Happiness. So he wants to know, remember, if he's looking around, it's almost like he's looking for a nest. So that is the message from the universe. Why is your happiness not nesting inside you somewhere? And if you don't know what that happiness is, it is time for you to look. It doesn't have to be simple things like I want a new car. It can be I'm a writer and I haven't been writing. It can be I've been doing for everybody else, but not for me. So the bluebird is there from the universe to remind you, find out where your happiness lies and don't put that last on your to-do list. Okay. Again, Cernella Gracie, you've got to come up with a question for me. That's the deal. Tammy, would love to know next few months of my fortune. This is Tammy Benson. Okay. Let's take a look and see how you're going to be doing through, let's say, August. So April's almost over. May, June, July, and August. May, love comes back into your life. If you don't have somebody, you will. If you do, the relationship takes a deeper dive, if you will. June, remember what I always say about the Tower card. Not doom, gloom, and destruction, imploding sports stadium. You got to clear old land to rebuild. So look at the part of your life that you're really, really dissatisfied with and expect something to kick its the stand out from under it in June so that you have a chance to rebuild. July is when you make some really good choices. The Lover's card is not always about people. It's about what we love in our life. And August, the Whack-A-Mole card. There are lots of little things that are going to be a pain in the butt in August that you have to take care of. It's going to be feeling like 3 steps forward, 1 step back, and cha-cha, but you can get through this. So busy next 4 months, nothing horrific, but there will be some major changes coming your way in June. Okay. So Nella Gracie, anything is not a question. Okay. Look at the bottom. It says a specific question. Okay. Those are the rules. They've been the rules for over 4 years. That's how we work. Okay. Lee, do my guides. This is Take 5 Breaths. Lee, do I have any messages for my guides? All right. The first thing they show me, Lee, and it could be from you're from California. You know that dead lake in California that for 20 years it was just dry dust and people were planting things, and because of the huge rains, now it's the lake again. What that is telling me is Lake is water. Water is refreshment. Water is expansion. Water is healing. So when they're showing me that lake, that's telling me that there is a place in your life that has been dry as dust, that you've kind of given up on, that is ready to be refreshed and refilled. It's like, someone who's 50 had an old dream to learn to tap dance, and all of a sudden they see tap dance classes all over the place where they live, and that's the universe saying, fill your lake again. Drink deep from what you love. That's your message. Okay. Mary Ben, we do not do mediumship or health. Okay. That's part of the rules. Now, are your parents proud of you? Remember that when people pass over, they lose all of the problems about who they were. I often say my father, when he comes to visit, funny, gracious, compassionate, but what did he leave behind that he used to have down here? Anxiety, depression, and hypochondria. So yes, your parents are seeing you from that exalted position without the problems that human incarnations have. And they know you are doing the best you can with what you're being handed. There will always be pride. Okay. Caitlin, Jade, I already answered you. Okay. Shaniqua wants to know, will I get a car? Okay. I don't think so, Shaniqua. I'm sorry, but the Three of Swords card is disappointment. So at least not for the next 3 to 5 months. Pam Stewart, a reading from Spirit. All of these readings are from Spirit, but if that's what you're saying, then what I'm doing, notice I'm not even looking at the cards, but I have one specific deck. It is a Zen deck that very often gives you the word from Spirit for you. And I've just pulled 3 cards. The message for you is innocence. I have a feeling that there is someone that you may be angry with or not trusting. And you have to remember, innocent before proven guilty. Give them a chance to explain. Second, you have to participate in the healing of this relationship. You can't just expect them to do all the work. And third, it comes back together again. So there is a relationship that's been very, very difficult for you that has the potential of deep, important healing, but you have to be willing to listen, and you can't prejudge the situation. Okay. Lisa Cummings, I do not do mediumship. Message from anyone. Sorry, I don't do mediumship. Carrie Harrison, what do my spirit guides need me to know? Okay. Let's see. It's interesting. Carrie, I see you, and I see it's a very playful. I see a squirrel, and the squirrel has been collecting nuts, as squirrels do, but then the squirrel runs all the way up your shoulder, and forgive me, starts dropping them down your t-shirt or down the front of your outfit, okay? I'm laughing because your guides are funny. What they are saying is they have been trying to get the nut to open up. And so they're going to give you messages in very strange ways until you notice. So a lot of people think that you get messages from meditation, whatever. I don't care if all of a sudden there is a clown that goes running through the subway and honks his horn at you and drops something in your lap. It could be that. So please know that you have extremely playful and downright funny guides that are going to start giving you messages in ways that you will think this can't possibly be it, but it really will. Okay? So your guides are ready to play with you directly. Now, for those of you that have never done spirit guides, that's the book that I learned with 30 some years ago. And it's the one that I love. It's called Opening to Channel, How to Connect with Your Guides, Sanaya Roman and Dwayne Packer. Remember what I always say, you can do what I do. If I get these messages, so can you. And that's the book that will help you learn in a safe manner. Okay, let's see. Sheila LaFrance, will I be in the same relationship in 6 months? Okay. I'm going to pull 5 cards for you. You, whoever the relationship is, the relationship as it stands, what you need to know and best possible outcome. You, there's love there. The other person, yeah, that's a partnership card. What you need to know, however, is there is something that is out to destroy that relationship. Thing, not person. So I want both of you to look back at other relationships that you've had or exes that are trying to get in the way. What you need to know, you have massive potential for a happy home and long-term relationship. But what you need to do is look at what each of you values and make sure your values are the same. Now, that doesn't mean you have to think completely the same. Remember, I say that my husband was a museum director. He dealt in verifiable historical fact. I deal in WikiWoo. But we trust each other. We believe each other. The basis of how we view the world is the same. That's what you have to make sure you've got in the relationship you're with now. Kelly, this relationship with Jim going to be good, and will I move with him? All right, well, let's see if there's potential. All right, you, Jim, the relationship, what you need to know, and best possible outcome. You know this is a gamble, but you're willing to take it. Jim loves you. Remember what I always say about the Fool card, the exuberant rookie. You guys have to grab hold of what you're passionate about, carry very little old baggage from old relationships, and only discuss your relationship with those who are loyal to you. Nobody likes picking things apart. What you need to know, if you're going to move in, things are going to move very fast. Outcome, again, this card is coming up. Put your money where your mouth is. Also, make sure that the money situation is equal between the two of you. Everybody puts in what they can. Don't just assume that because you're moving in with him, he pays all the bills. Okay. Lisa, my finances for the next year. All right. Now remember, oh yeah, okay, Lisa, I got it. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March. Okay, April, May, June. There are some things that you have to either stop spending money on or finish paying up a debt. July, August, September. This is a card that talks about communication. It also talks about things moving faster than you think. So if you're saving up for something and you expect to buy it at the end of the year, you may have an opportunity to do that July, August, and September. October, November, and December. Look at what you used to do that you loved. There is a chance that there is a secondary income stream for you. For instance, let's say that, you used to love rug hooking, but you work for a lawyer. So you do that on the side and you will be able to sell them, things like that. January, February, March. That is a card that says talk with the experts. If you are not comfortable with where your finances are, that's when you talk to your banker, a financial person, someone you trust to help you get things in line. There is going to be a chance to up your income this year, but that's not going to be a windfall. You're going to have to be manipulating it a little bit, okay? Gina, no, we don't do that. Any message could be from dead people, from guides, please. And also, you don't tell me where you're from. Remember, I'll put it back again. There are the rules. Your name, your birth date, where you are from, and a specific question. Guys, it's not that hard. Like I say, we've had these rules for over 4 years, okay? You do that, I will do your reading. Iris Elizabeth, message on my soulmate. Any details of him? Okay. Now, Iris, I want to explain something to you. People think we only have one soulmate, and that's not true. Soulmates are our core team, and we don't always marry them. My father was my best friend. He was my soulmate. My current husband, yes. My last husband, no. My spiritual mentor, yes. Okay? So if you are looking for the next good relationship, we can look at that. Okay? And for you, I'm looking at kings. They're 40 and over. All right. What I'm seeing for you is coming up in July. King of Cups. Now, King of Cups is divorced or widowed, has kids. But the good thing about him is whatever happened to him did not make him bitter. It made him better at talking. You know, a lot of times we have so much to say and the guys go, This is someone who knows how to discuss how they think, discuss the world. He values your mind as well as your heart. All right. And yes, I think he will be prematurely gray, at least here. So that's what you look for. Okay. Sanella, I already answered your question. You asked about a car, and I said, no, I did not see one. Lisa Trey, message for me on love. All right, interesting. Message for me on love. Your guides are saying not when, but how. And that's the Zen deck again. And they want to give you 4 cards on how to make sure you get the right one soon. Okay. Number 1, the Master. I look at that card and I just have to tell you, please trust that the universe has it handled. You are not meant to be a little old lady feeding cats at age 85. Okay. Number 2, intensity. Intensity, I want you to be careful because I always say friends first, then lovers. When we do lovers first and then we get to know them, then there's always that underlying, is it real? Can I trust him, etc., etc. So if you feel intensity in a relationship, it's wonderful, but get a chance to know them first. Third, yeah, it's going to be one of those, you meet this person and all of a sudden it's like, boom. And fourth, don't suppress how you feel. Doesn't mean that the day after you see him, you send him 2 dozen roses. But don't be afraid to discuss your feelings with this person. That's how you are going to find the right love within the next 12 months, according to your guides. Christine would love to know if I will move to another place or stick it out where I am. Okay, now, Chrissy, what I do is it is not mine to tell you what to do. What I can do is show you what happens if you move or what happens if you stay. Then you are the one through your free will who makes the decision. Fair enough? So 3 cards if you move and 3 cards if you stay. If you move, make sure that you're not house poor. You're not spending way too much of your money on your rent or your lease. If it doesn't feel right, don't do it. Some people say, well, there's a lot of stuff wrong, but I guess I could make it work. No. You got to love where you're going to move to. And third, you're going to have one of those neighbors. She's not a Karen exactly, but everybody in the neighborhood knows who she is. It's kind of like, how are we going to do it my way today? Oh, you didn't want to. I'm so sorry. There's the door. So be aware of that. If you're someone who does not like dealing with neighbors, then that's something you're really going to have to look at carefully when you move. Now, if you decide to stick it out where you are, notice it's the 9 of Cups. The 9 of Cups is the wishes fulfilled card, but it's also the be careful what you wish for because you're going to get it card. Second, there are always going to be little crises, and whether it's they're showing me, problems in the shower or the stove goes on the blink, you're going to be dealing with that for the next 8-9 months. Third, if you stay where you are, there is a local partnership for you that looks very promising. So those are my thoughts. Okay. Nicole, how does the next few months look? Okay. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Let's look at the rest of this year. Okay, April, May, June. This could be love, or it could be an older male member of your family that you're going to be dealing with. Dealing with doesn't mean a problem. It could be you're spending time with them. It could be that they have some thoughts about a business you're starting, but there will be energy from an older gentleman for you for the next 3 months. July, August, September, it's victory through teamwork. If you are starting a project, you're going to get the team that will help you. October, November, December, however, is Three of Swords. There could be disappointment, there could be heartache, there could be illness in the family. Okay? But when I have that, let me just pull for January, February, March. Whatever happens, January, February, March, don't stay stuck in that energy. Move on, move out, move up. Clear your space. Okay, Miss Elsbeth. So, by the way, Elsbeth, I need that copy of the Kingdom stuff that you were going to send me. Okay. May, June, July, since we're already halfway through April. May, some disappointments. Remember that we are coming up on another Mercury retrograde in about 5-6 days. So that's, I think, where something you had planned something that may not come to fruition. June, however, good choices there. Something that you have been working on finally drops, you know, as in the shoe goes boom. July, happy, playful, lots of good events. So it looks like it's a pretty good 3 months for you. Okay, Taylor had 2 jobs recently with very verbally abusive female bosses and quit. When will I find a money job, and why am I attracting abusive situations? All right, why are you attracting abusive situations? Sometimes when we are strong people, we always get tossed the people that nobody else can work for. And we get tired of it, okay? So for one thing, I would say, look for male bosses for a while. I think that your energy will be better if you do. And let me see when you're going to find a job with good money. August. Ace of Pentacles card comes up in August. I think you're going to be offered a couple of things that won't really pay as well. Hold out for the good money. All right, George, message from my guides on the next pinnacle of my life. Advice. All right, your guides send me a picture of you climbing a mountain, and all of a sudden rocks give way under you and your foot gets stuck in a crevasse. Now, if you struggle, you break your ankle and then you're stuck. So when this stumble happens, you look carefully, you don't panic, you judge the situation, and you figure out how to, if you will, get your foot out from that sticking point. When you stumble, your guides say it is a learning point. It doesn't mean that they are saying you should not move ahead with your pinnacle. Okay? Let's see. All right, let me go back. Let's see what we've got. Now remember, I'm trying to make sure that people don't do second questions, but since I don't have anybody with me, I am going to have to trust you. Please be honest, okay? Don't think, oh, well, it's her, then I can sneak in a second or third question, because what you're doing is you're saying to the universe, I don't care if people get in my way, because what we put out is what we get back. And you are disrespecting everybody else here. And the universe doesn't like that either. So 1 question per person per time. Okay. If I tell you to reword the question, then yes, you can come back with that question. All right. So Tracy, what career should I pursue and when will I start that job? Okay, Tracy, I don't know what you do. I could say I see you being an electrical engineer, but you're an artist. What I will tell you is what has to be part of the job. Now, I used to be an executive recruiter. I have counseled people in careers for years. If you want to book a reading with me at CorbyMitlive.com, we can deep dish this, okay? But the 3 things that you're going to have to do to find the right career. Stop comparing yourself with others. If you want to do this career, do the career. Don't worry if you don't have the background or you don't have the experience. Everybody starts from ground zero once. Second, watch your laziness. In other words, you are going to have to really go deep dish. I'm doing what I love, but in order to do it, for the past 20 years, I have worked 6 days a week, 14 hours a day. Now, I get to get up every morning. I don't have to get up every morning. And at 68, to be able to say that, amazing. But if you want that career of your dreams, that's how hard you're going to have to work. Third, do not discuss it with naysayers and people who live in Neverland. What's that? Neverland people are, you want to do that? That's not going to happen. No, I don't think so. It'll never work. You don't want those. To those people, if they show up, you smile and say, thank you for sharing. You may think that if you wish, and you leave them behind. Again, you want to really go deep dish into what to do for a career. That was what I did for years before I did this full time. I'd be happy to do a private reading with you. Okay. Bridget Lang. Did I do Bridget already? That name looks familiar. Or did she? Okay. All right, I'm not seeing it, so I'm going to assume that this is a first question for Bridget. Next 6 months for you. May, June, July, August, September, October. All right. May, high stress from one gentleman. Don't let them distract you or trip you up. June, new friends, new opportunities, and probably a short trip. July. July is when you're going to start thinking about what do you want to do with your life next year. Okay? You need to spend time really thinking. Take a 2-day sabbatical when you don't answer the phone and you don't go on social media. What do I want? August. There's going to be an older female in your life who's going to call you to account for something that you have not done or have been ignoring. September. I want you to look in September at all the responsibilities you have taken on, what you say yes to that you should say no to. October. This is, again, the whack-a-mole card. There are going to be a lot of things that you have to handle in October and almost not enough time to do them. Watch your temper. Make sure you breathe. And again, don't say yes when you should say no. Okay. Barbara Rice. Okay. All right. Let's see. Will planned move happen? Is it the right change? I know change is terrifying. I know. We like our little cocoon, but in this world, my darling, change is inevitable. So, will the planned move happen? Double yes, because this is moving ahead, and this is the card of domestic kingdom, which will be yours. Okay, both of those are positive cards, so yes, it is the right decision. Don't be scared. One card to show you how to deal with change. Change is healing. Change is going to help you leave some things behind you've been scared to leave behind, but need to for growth. Let's see. Mary Ben, will I get the promotion? I think you will. You may have some competition, but in the end, it's you. All right. Jennifer, what do the next 2 months look like for me? May, June. Don't have a pity party in May, okay? I think you're going to be hit by Mercury retrograde, and a lot of things are going to feel like they got crashed into the toilet. It's just the month. Hang in there. June, self-growth, self-improvement. Notice skies clear. So June is going to be a lot better than May. Have patience in May, okay? Mercury retrograde is 3 weeks, but then you have the shadow as well. June is good. Let's see, Mark. What does my love life look like this year? All right, Mark, let me see. 91, 01, 11, 21. All right, so we're going to be looking for queens for you. I don't see anybody for you this year, Mark. All right, it doesn't look like a massive love affair in the next 18 months. Doesn't mean you won't date, doesn't mean that you won't enjoy things, but I don't see any serious relationships happening for you in the next year, year and a half. Sorry. All right, Nadia Mrakovic, message from my guides. Okay, and Mark, I see you asked twice. Guys, I'm going to tell you right now, you have to have patience, okay? If you put it there once, you leave it there. If you keep haranguing me 2, 3, 4 times, I promise you I will ignore it because I don't have Kat with me anymore. She used to be the one who would settle everything out. It's just me. So please have patience so that I can get to everybody reasonably. Okay, so the next one is Nada, message from my guides. All right, they're showing me a phone ringing and ringing and ringing and ringing, and you're not answering. What that tells me is there is an opportunity and change that you're ignoring, or you think it's not for you, or you're afraid to take it, and the universe will keep ringing and ringing and ringing that phone, getting it in your face any way they can. There's a new opportunity, and it's not career. It's about who you are. It's about spiritual growth. And you have to step forward and answer that phone. Do not worry about who else is around you. Do not worry, oh my God, is it going to change my life? If it does, it will change it for the better. Okay, Jen Slater. She wants messages from her guides. Okay. All right. Interesting. Your guides, notice I'm not even looking. Your guides want messages from the Fairies Oracle. Okay. First one is Epona's wild daughter. She leans on the owl of wisdom and holds us into our fears until we walk out straight. But then we become the green woman who goes and grabs her life and doesn't care who the hell likes it or not. So what your guides are saying is you need to do some real inner work, looking at what is holding you back, I'm hearing it's been fears from childhood, whatever your parents told you or other friends told you that you have let be in there when it was a false planting. You've got some stuff to pull out from the deep past, and then all of a sudden your life is going to take off like a thoroughbred at the Kentucky Derby. Okay. Let's see. Crystal Lang. Didn't I just do Crystal Lang? Okay. I think I'm going to have to hire one of you to be a checker with me to make sure that I don't redo these things. All right. What does the next 6 months look like for Crystal? May, June, July, October, November, December. No, May, June, July, August, September, October. May, June, July is going to be all about money. For you, this means career. It means savings. It means looking at what you can get rid of and sell. It can mean planning for one big fat purchase next year, whether it's a car, a computer, a house, I don't know. But there'll be a big purchase next year. August, September, October. If you haven't figured out your finances at that point, go get assistance. I'm not saying go get help because that makes it sound like it's terrible, but have someone help you plan for this wonderful big expense for next year that you're going to need to make. Will my dating man improve in the next few months? Leanne, because you don't give me your year, I don't know what age to look for, but I will tell you if I see anything. And I don't see either knights or kings for you, or even queens. So I don't know whether you know, what team you bat for, gay, straight, fluid. These days you got to tell me, you know. So this is a year probably that's going to be where you work on yourself. And when you do that, the right person will come along, because my sense is if you got them this year, by next year, they would not be a good fit. Natalie, I want to receive a guide about how to achieve independence in my life. Okay. Oh, guidance. Okay. How to achieve independence in your life. First card. Yes, you need guidance. That card is a rare card to come up. But what that means is, in order to find your independence, you're going to need to work with someone else. You can't do it all on your own. This does not mean go to a psychic. Find a friend who has gotten the independence that you seek. Find someone who would support you in doing this. Look at where control is in your life and ask yourself, am I just acquiescing to it? Am I just saying yes to it? Or can I truly fight it? Third, consciousness. How do you picture yourself? Is it, how do I gain my freedom, or how do I escape? Escape, you're putting your thoughts on how you're trapped. How do I find my freedom? You're looking ahead to the freedom. We always think about what we want, not what we don't want. That's key for you. Nadia Rakovic, I think I already answered for her. Hang on, I have to check. Yeah, Nadia Rakovic asked for messages from her guides. And then she asked another question. No, Nadia, that is wrong and unfair to everybody else. One question per session. Christina, that's where you're from. Please look at the bottom, your name, your birth date, where you're from, and a specific question. You don't give me that, I can't do an answer for you. Jen Slater, I've already answered. Barbara Rice, I've already answered. I think Leanne, I've already answered. Ashley, don't show me where you're from. Okay, and you keep repeating it. Tammy, I may hire you. Make sure you're giving Corby where you're from. Thank you. Mason McGuire, what do the next 3 months hold for me? Let's do Mason. Okay. All right, Mason. So May, new opportunity and new people coming in very fast for you. All right, this is a happy card. This is what I call the golden retriever on 2 feet. And you know how happy golden retrievers are. June, whoever is the most important man in your life, whether it's in your family or a friend or a boss, has some good news for you and some support. July, now, I want you to look at this picture very carefully. Notice the person thinks they can't move and can't see ahead, but the swords of danger are not pinning her down. When she can get rid of the bindings, shrug them off, pull off the blindfold, she can walk through any danger. So what that tells me is there's going to be a situation that is very, very, very touchy for you. Don't knee jerk. Don't react. Respond. Look at the situation, think very carefully about how you want to move forward within the situation, and you will escape any emotional damage. Let's just put it that way. Deborah Kiefer, new position at work in February, getting a new boss that starts tomorrow. How will we get along? Okay. You, new boss, the relationship, what you need to know, and best possible outcome. Okay. I think you're used to running things, not like you run things and nobody else should, but you're very self-starting. New boss will want to rule with a benevolent hand. 2 of you, it's all about money and profit, which means if you do your job, she's fine. She's not going to be your friend. What you need to know, it could be a very, very good partnership, business partnership. Outcome, don't yes dear her. There will be some things that she wants to say that you know, because you're there, may get her into trouble. Gently see if you can get her to change her mind about how she talks. You don't have to change it for her. Okay. Okay, looking for a bin store. I have no idea what that is, but you're asking yes or no, so that I can do. What is a bin store anyway? Yeah, it won't be exciting, but yeah. Ashley. Okay. Do I have a new love coming in? Let's take a look. And yes, thank you very much for your age. That makes it a lot easier for me, Ashley. So we're looking for, since you don't tell me gay or straight, we're going to look for princes. I don't see one this year. Next summer, I see one that, forgive me, I have to call it the archetypal Italian guy. I grew up in Philly. They're the bad biker boy type that we all love. We all have at least one in our lives. So if they come in, they're going to look delicious, but I want you to really, really think carefully, is this good for you? Okay. They're fun, but are they good for you? Let's see. Isabel, what do the next 3 months have in store for you? May, June, July. Self-growth, self-improvement. If there are any classes you've ever wanted to take, whether it's education or, nonprofit stuff or just something on the side, tap dancing, next month is the month to do it. June, I love that. This is artistic. This is life that's different. This is a chance to really move forward toward the life you really, really want. June's a very good month for you. July, and July is when you take your first steps. Okay? So there's new, delicious energy coming in for you this summer. Grab it with both hands and a foot. Let's see. Triple Crown. Okay. How are you, new to? Okay. Yajni, name, birth date, where you're from, and then repeat your question, please. That's how we work. Samantha Vandeman is a friend of mine who has gone through hell with COVID and come out the other side. She's very, very brave and very, very strong. When will I date someone this year? I'm repeating the question because I don't know if my question was lost above. No. Now, you see, Samantha, I know you, so I would have known if you were there, and no, I did not see your question, so thank you for reposting it. Okay. I don't see anybody this year. Let me check now. But January. Remember, this is the walk into wall stupid in love card. The guy or girl you meet in January, it's going to be an instant attraction. But remember, this has to be attracted to the head, not the heart. But I see that there's going to be someone that will be worth waiting for. And had you stayed in the South, you never would have met this person. So there you go. Okay. Let's see. Ashley, yes, I did give you that answer already. Okay. It was about 6-7 minutes ago. See, 1431. So some of you guys are posting it 2:30, and I'm just getting to you now, trying to get through to everybody's question. That's what's going on. So Stacy R. Stagnant. Should I relocate? Where are you going to feel most in control of your life? That's what they want to tell you. Where are you going to be able to afford to move to? You may love New York City, but can you live there? But the third card is the happy home. So make sure you do your due diligence, and then don't be afraid of getting out of Texas, girl. Okay. All right, Ashley Santos. All of your things come through, and they're marked whether they are Facebook or YouTube. I don't choose whether to do a Facebook question or a YouTube question. I am doing them in the order they come in. Okay? The only times I will not answer a question are if you don't have everything in the chat balloon that I asked for, or it's a second question and you've already had something answered first. You, I can tell, Ashley, I did answer your question. After we're over, you may want to scroll back and take a listen because your question was answered, okay? All right. Yashni, okay. So I met this guy named Ricky. We became friends. Now I want a relationship, and he doesn't. What's in store for us? Okay. You, him, the relationship, what you need to know, and best possible outcome. Okay. You're ready for something different from relationships you've had before. He is carrying too many responsibilities, whether it's work, whether it's an ex, whether it's family, to be able to give you everything. He will be juggling you either with family, work, or another person. The devil card doesn't mean he's possessed, but it means this relationship would constantly be bedeviled by something, someone, or some situation. Is it worth your time, is what the universe is asking you. Friends with benefits is not a it's fun. I'm not some old lady that's going, you shouldn't do that. But would it be a deep personal relationship? I do not see that. Audrey McNaughton. Okay. Should I be more patient in a legal dispute or say, okay. Audrey, you should put your place as well. But this gives me enough that as long as you're in America, I can take a look. Okay. So one card if you be more patient, one card if you seek legal representation. If you're more patient, I think that it'll be better money. If you seek legal representation, you're going to find a good female, but you may not gain as much as you would otherwise because you're going to have to pay her. So depends on how much is worth it to you. Let's see. Lynn Dugan, will we get our house back? Name, place, birth date, then the question. Hi, Holly. Yes, we're still live. Can I just tell you, all of you people who are being wonderful and kind enough to answer the other people here, mwah, you're my regulars. You're the ones I love because you understand how this goes. So like glitter and unicorn kisses on you. Lynn, all in one chat balloon because I can't go back and take a look. Let's see. Christina Cristobal, I believe we've already answered a question for you. Holly Chia, I think we haven't done you yet. Let me take a look. Oop. How did I do that? That's fascinating. Hide. Okay. May, June, July, August, September, October. May, June looks just delicious. I mean, the sun card is everything goes your way. July, August, travel and moving away from a situation that doesn't really work for you. Kiss it goodbye. Point your horse in another direction. September, October is going to be some disappointment. Someone you thought you could count on isn't going to be there. Bless them and release them. Don't waste your time brooding. Okay. Let's see. Amanda Balco, is my job going to change? Boy, is it. But the Temperance card is always a card of good change, creative change, fun change. So it'll change, but you're not going to be disappointed. Okay. Casey from Running Springs. Message from my guides. All right, Casey, they're telling me that I should pull from the Zen deck for you, and I'm going to pull 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. All right, your guides say number 1. Understand that what you think is trapping you, you're just so used to it being there, you don't realize that it's gone. So look at the things you used to let stop yourself and see if they really do exist in your life right now. Second, that's the healing that you've been seeking. That's why they're showing me a dog that's limping. It should be able to run, but it had a foot that hurt before, and so it's afraid to put it on the ground now. Third, existence. The existence card is kind of the present moment card. Where are you right now? What does your existence look like right now? That's where you have to put your attention. Okay. Let's see. Now, okay. Okay. No, I did, because I had it in a separate message. All right. Hold on. I will go back for you if I can find you. Hold on one second. Okay. Christina, what do the next 3 months hold? Love in May. Responsibility in June. This person that you're going to love has a lot of responsibilities that you're going to have to help shoulder if you want the relationship to work. July, bitchcraft, manipulation. Whoever you are engaged with at that point, people either in the family or ex-friends or ex-exes are going to cause some real problems. And this doesn't necessarily mean a romantic relationship. We have friends that we love and we can support, but their exes are pains in the butt, and we try to support them, but it's kind of like strangleweed. Okay, so that's where you're going to have to be there. Make sure you don't get overly involved. All right, 255. Let me see. Let's see. All right. Missy Juju, when will I get a job where I'd shine like a star and have a win-win situation with the employer? Let me take a quick look. August, September, someone is going to really see what you are worth. Lynn Dugan, will we be getting our house back soon? Big yes. Look at that, 10 of Cups. Big yes. Okay, now it's 4 minutes of, so I'm kind of at level. But if I didn't get you today, you're going to have a second opportunity. Remember, go to YouTube. Look for, let me see if I can put it in here. Okay. Esther Goldberg. That is the alter ego of my friend Michael Arrington. Once a month, I do Psychic Sundays with him. And it's 2 hours where we are just all over the map and we discuss things. But yes, I do readings there. So if I did not get to you today, first, go back and listen to this to make sure that I didn't miss you, because if you put your question and then I answered it 10 minutes later, you may think, oh, I missed you, but I didn't. Otherwise, come on over there and I will see if I can give you a hand. Our next free reading hour in May is going to be on May 21st, right back here. So thank you so much for bearing with me while I'm still learning this, this group. If you want more information, that's where you go. That's where you can book a reading with me. I do 5-minute burning questions to massive, soul plane readings. There are lots and lots of different kinds of readings. You can choose what will be best for you. Okay? So thank you to everybody, as always, for your patience. This is a learning curve, you and me. And if you did not get your question answered, but you want to hit me up later today, go to YouTube to Esther Goldberg, ESTER GOLDBERG. And Michael Arrington and I will be on for a 2-hour Psychic Sunday from 5 to 7 p.m. Eastern. Okay? So we'll see you there.